Welcome, Opulence Nation. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone out there. My name's Larry Hackman. I'm from London, Ontario, and I'm in my third year of Opulence, LD1, and proud to be here. It's an absolute, it's a great journey, great learning, and great company to be with in this time in 2025 and beyond. I believe we're just starting into momentum now, the momentum stage, and we're in for a great ride.
Hope everyone is
Wonderful.
doing fantastic. Welcome to our product Crossfire call.
Yes, I'm looking forward to this call. This is wonderful this Monday evening, January 20th. Sanaz, let me introduce you, please. Sanaz Human is our Senior Vice President and Chief Designer of Opulence Global. Sanaz spent her early 20s learning about the MLM industry, and her first MLM business in 2002. Quickly developed her business as a distributor. She eventually left the sales field and took a position at Opulence Global. With hard work, dedication, perseverance, and eventually rose her to her current position. Sanaz is fully invested in all aspects of the product development and process and beyond, from research, development, manufacturing, distribution, marketing, and promotion. She takes pride in every product and all the ingredients used, and proudly a product of the product. Knowing that she is impacting the lives of people worldwide, Opulence Global family, please help me welcome Ms. Sanaz Human, SVP of Opulence Global. Welcome.
Thank you so much for your kind introduction. Congratulations on being a host. We also have my partner in crime on the call tonight, David O, who is the head of our regulatory, which is always a pleasure to have David O on. For those of you that don't know, I always call David my textbook. David is a man with a wealth of knowledge, and he is always studying and researching and creating new things for us. So David, good evening to you. And Larry, just wanted to let you know that we do have David on as well.
Yes, thank you, David. And David is our regulatory affairs Opulence Global. From his science and pharmaceutical background, David has recognized the incredible value of FERI and Flawless as the world-class product and delivers his promises of anti-aging. His enthusiasm is continued with the fountain of life and is the most powerful antioxidant from nature. In the future development in the Safe Home Revolution collection, David is honored to be part of the incredible journey as Opulence Global changes the lives of people. Welcome, David. I'm so proud to be associated with everyone here.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. Hi, Sanaz.
Hi, David. How are you? Nice haircut.
I am fine. Yeah. Yeah, I got a cut.
Yeah, you did indeed.
Very
A good
soft
night,
yesterday.
a good morning, a good evening,
Thank
good afternoon to everybody. Thank you for joining us this day. We are so excited to welcome each and every single one of you. Thank you for having so many different countries that are representing tonight. I mean, we have everywhere from Canada, USA, Caribbean, Asia, Singapore, Philippines, Thailand. We just have people from all across. I know Europe is sleeping right. I know Africa is sleeping right now too, but they're always checking in with us. So it's great to have everybody on. If you are a guest that's joining us for the very first time, we also want to welcome you. If someone invited you to listen in about Opulence and who we are, we want to welcome you. If you joined because you've heard about FOL or Divine product, we want to welcome you. If you've heard about our microsilver technology, we want to welcome you. We are having a polar vortex, I call it, cold freeze happening here in Canada, David. So I hope you are staying warm. I know my dog did not want to go for a walk today because she was so very cold. But it's great to be on the call because we're ready to warm everybody up. We're ready to get everybody super duper excited for this brand new year. We kicked off our last week's call kind of reviewing everything about our New Year's webinar and all the excitement and the strategies and getting ready for the day. But tonight, David, I want to do some recaps about some excitement that's happening within the company. And then I want to get really into the health and wellness tonight, because tonight is our health call. Every week we have a different schedule of all the different cool things that we do. And I am so excited to really bring to our partners all the amazing things that we are creating on a daily basis to be able to give to our partners. So good night to you. Very, very excited for tonight's call as well, and to share all the amazing, exciting things.
Yeah, there's a lot going on out there right now. There's many things going on many levels, but the one thing when we're talking about our health, as I was discussing with you this weekend, that there's some real big concerns coming up right now, and we can't downplay it too much. We really have to take charge and not wait for it to come to us, but we have to start protecting ourselves.
You got it. Well, David, tonight I want to talk a little bit about what's in reality. We've seen, during the pandemic with COVID-19, there was definitely a lot of shutdowns. During the pandemic, we had one of the biggest, I would say, spurts of growth, because we are not just a supplement company. We are so much more than that. And we've been able to really revolutionize the health and wellness industry, where everybody is kind of in the rat race competing about my dog is bigger than yours and my product is better than yours. But ours has been proven to be this life-changing product. And so with, of course, the product Fountain of Life being introduced in 2017 with 1 million bottles sold in this incredible product, we definitely changed the lives of so many of our partners and their customers throughout all these years. And then, of course, introducing Divine to the mix. And the Fountain of Life and Divine together has been this powerful, powerful duo. You've been doing some research on this. We've been doing lots of testing on these, and there's a lot of studies that are coming up. Talk to me about the Fountain of Life, the Divine, the duo, what they do, how they work synergetically together, how their active ingredients are so powerful. For for everyone to understand the power, the strength that comes from not only the development and the creation, but how these ingredients combine together, both as an anti-inflammatory, as an antioxidant, as an antibacterial, as so much that is really protecting our bodies. Take it away.
Well, one of the things that I think that people should realize is that right now, like we're constantly under attack. We went through this crisis that we all know as COVID-19. The world was struck down by it. It was an incredible time of learning, an incredible time where the world really was faced with a huge challenge. And yet, I think that we really did learn some lessons. And one of the lessons that we did learn is that cleanliness is important. The other thing that we learned is that it's important to have the right balance of nutrients in our system, because instead of waiting for the virus to come to us, we had to protect ourselves. And that's where I started looking at things like, okay, what does it represent? What does divine represent to us today? Like what is going on in the world right now? And right now, there's a rise of the H5N1 virus, as well as a new one called the HMPV virus, which is a respiratory virus. The alarming thing is that I think that the media is not jumping on this, and they're not jumping on this heavily. And I can understand why. The mortality rate, just to recap, of COVID-19 was 1%. That was a mortality rate, and yet the H5N1, bird flu. That's just one of the variants. So there could be other things in it. Uh, has a mortality rate potentially of 52%. And this new HMPV virus, they said it could go up to 82%. And so the thing is, and you know, this is not a scare tactic. These are the facts that are out there, and that we have to understand how we're going to protect ourselves. So, number one, if we take a look at a product like Divine, so what's important about Divine is we have you know, a group of ingredients in there, and one of the ingredients in there, and we've talked about this extensively, is glutathione. And as we grow older, you know, when we hit my age, we're not manufacturing glutathione as effectively as we can. Like we lose that ability, which is really unfortunate. It's built in our liver, developed in our liver, and unfortunately we don't we're not as efficient. So it's important to supplement it, you know. And we're trying to create the building blocks, you know, to make sure that we do have something that's going to support us. And what's really important about this is a function called apoptosis. And what that means is it's called regular cell turnover. And why is that important for us? Because if we should be infected by the virus, we want it to be turned over. We want that cell to be turned over. And what we want to do is to ensure that you know, when those cells are turned over, that you know, it's spit out of our system, it's removed from our system. So it's really important. Glutathione is an important part of our well-being because it supports the immune system. And as we become weaker over time and with age, we must supplement it, and we do have the right building blocks right here to reestablish that balance in our body. The other thing is that, you know, viral infections will lead to an imbalance of reactive oxygen species that causes oxidative stress in the body. And it's really something that we should recognize because over the past how many years that we talked about fountain of life, this is a powerful antioxidant that really lowers oxidative stress. It lowers the reactive oxygen species in the body, and it really does help support the immune system that is under stress. Then, along with all this in Divine, and I'm circling back to Divine because we do have zinc in there, and zinc is in a mineral that our bodies does not produce. So we have to supplement it. We do need a supplement of zinc, and zinc is so important to support our immune system. And so, in combination with both these products, we do have Divine, who really does support our immune system, supports apoptosis, the cell turnover of our healthy body, and then just Fountain of Life that reduces the activity of the reactive oxygen species in the body that will otherwise diminish the power of our immune system. So again, we don't look at, you know, our supplementation as just one or the other, but a combination thereof. I think it's important to understand that in this day and age, right now, we are faced with a potential health crisis that no one's really talking about. And you have to sort of read what the press is saying and read between the lines of what they are not saying. And again, they don't want to create panic, but the reality is that that two viruses that are out there, and there might be more, are far more virulent than COVID-19 ever was. And
So,
so we have to protect ourselves.
you know, David, I think that's one of the key factors. Whether, you know, flu season is always that season where, you know, especially with cold climate countries like Canada, and as people are traveling abroad, there's lots of different viruses going on. You know, you coming from a scientific background, you hear, you know, we hear it as flu. You hear it as, you know, the terminology H and whatever it is that you kind of
H5N1.
that one.
Mhm.
And so what happens is that we know what the symptoms are. So what's happened is that since New Year's, I've had many of my friends here in Toronto that have become extremely violently sick. They have been experiencing vomiting and diarrhea. I've had another set of people that are all experiencing bronchitis. Some people are coming down with pneumonia. I mean, there's all different types of symptoms. And what's been really interesting is that I've always been promoting the Fountain of Life. I've always been promoting the Divine. And as these people are violently sick and they're bedridden or they're just not feeling well, they are seeing my stories, they are seeing my posts, and they're reaching out saying, "Oh my God, I'm really, really sick. I know you've been talking about, your products. Will these help?" And my immediate answer is absolutely. And I think you touch base on a couple of different ingredients that I want to reiterate. Um, During when COVID was almost at the end of it, I don't know if you guys remember, our CEO and myself always talked about, they said there's another pandemic coming in 2023, 2024. And actually, the laboratory that we fill our divine in, I had told the CEO that then as well. I said, when we're reordering divine, we want to make sure we're well stocked. There's supposed to be another virus that's coming out. And he's like, "Oh, you really believe after COVID, these type of things are going to come out?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, we're hearing that these type of things are going to be coming out. There's a lot of different things that are being created, preparing. And so we'd like to be ahead of the game." Anyways, long story short, we looked at all the formulations and we basically reordered our divine. And actually, I'm so excited. Our new reorder of Divine just landed in our warehouse today. We just got a new batch of it in. We're always kind of bringing new inventory in. We're constantly stocking up on our inventory. And so one of the things that I'm really, really proud of is that, like you said, David, number one, I think the glutathione is so important. 20 years ago, I learned about glutathione. I could not pronounce the word, but I realized how powerful it is. And as we age, everything in our body slows down. As we age, everything in our body just doesn't produce the way it is. And that's why disease goes up as we age. And when you're younger, even when kids have a cold, they're still running around like nothing is going on with them because their immune system just kicks back so much faster. But as an aging population, the older we get, the harder it is to fight off colds, fight off flu. Our immune systems just becomes weaker. One thing leads to another. And so it's so vital to not only use products when you're sick, but to constantly be taking your supplementation. And so whether it's the Divine or the FOL, it is so important to make sure that you're on it. The other talk about that David talked a little bit about is the zinc. And I think during our lives, we've realized that zinc is essential. And that was one of the reasons why we put the milligram of zinc that we have inside your Divine product. And by the way, your collagen that's coming out also has, excuse me, zinc inside of it too, because it's so vital for your health. And David, tell us a little bit about zinc. What does zinc really do for the body, and why is it so important to have a good source of zinc and a good amount of zinc in our daily dose?
Well, I think when it comes right down to it with zinc, that we want to support our immune system at this stage. And zinc is an important element to that. And the problem we see is in our diets is that we're not taking enough of this mineral to support our immune system. So we do have to augment that. And this comes back down to what the Yale researchers have said, that if our diets are not complete, we should be augmenting this effectively. And we have to take a look at products that will support. Right now, we really do have to support our immune system. We have to do this prophylactically. We can't be waiting for the virus to hit us and all of a sudden say, I better get the Divine. I'm feeling terrible. I better start taking my FOL because I feel terrible. No, that's not the objective. The objective is to prevent this from happening and to support our immune system to prevent that from happening. We want to reduce the impact as best we can. This is not a medicine. This is not a cure-all, but it certainly will help strengthen our body. And especially for the aging body, when you get to be my age, I've got to be honest, like I'm no longer young, and we have to really sort of take care of that. And if you don't want to be bedridden, and you don't want to be waiting for the virus to pass. So again, we do have some tools that will certainly reduce that and mitigate the impact of viral activity out there. And there's a lot of it. The
Yeah.
one thing to understand about things like the H5N1, when I was working at the I wasn't working, sorry. I went to the CDC, and I had lunch with some of the doctors there, and this was out in the University of British Columbia. They were explaining this to me, and they said that this virus, the H5N1 virus or whatever it is, uh, it can change so quickly. And they said from one chicken coop to another within 2 weeks, they had a change in the virus, that it had mutated in 2 weeks, and they were shocked at how quickly it can turn. And I asked them, well, what does that mean for us? They said it means that although we have 2 eggs for every person in Canada to make the vaccine, we don't know what we're going to be faced against. We do not know what we're faced up with. And this virus is going to hit anyone from very young to very old. And so, in order to really address this and to make sure that we have some protective measures, we have to do hand washing. We have to have the right diet. We have to have the right supplementation. Okay, and until they understand what they're faced with, the reason that I'm not running out there saying call your doctor and get a vaccination is that they don't know what the issue really is at this stage. They have to wait and see. Unfortunately, a wait and see game. And then once they determine that, then they could develop it. But again, it is time is not on our side always. So we have to take a look at the measures that we could take to protect ourselves.
Yeah, David, another product that I want to talk about a little bit tonight that I think is so vital and important is, of course, not a stranger to anybody, but basically our microsilver spray. And if you're brand new and you have never used this product, I want to share something very, very powerful with you all. My mom is going to be having the surgery, so when I'm at the office, a lot of times I've actually been recently wearing a mask around a lot of people because a lot of people are, they got sniffles and they got colds. And I don't really, our office is not open right now, but even with our staff, we have quite a bit of staff that's in the building and we are all in the same sort of kitchen area and doing what we got to do. So it's really important if you've never used this product to understand the power of the microsilver protection spray. Because as viruses and bacteria and sneezing and coughing and, people wearing masks and even blowing their noses, bacteria spreads through contact as well, not just coughing. And so this is an amazing alcohol-free that cleanses microbes. In other words, it basically kills bacteria. It is absolutely an anti-odor product. It has long-lasting protection. It's safe for your children, for your pets, for your teenagers. And so I want to tell you the story with this. We created this to be sprayed on the face masks because especially a lot of medical professionals do wear face masks all the time. And so what happens is that when a mask is put onto the face, you try to not touch it or whatever, but then sometimes you want to take it off. You want to basically, eat, and you want to put it back. And so a lot of bacteria may transfer. The great thing about this is that this is filled with amazing medical grade microsilver. And so when you shake it and you spray it, it actually works rated in Germany as an antiviral property in the European countries. And this microsilver is non-toxic, it's nano-free, it is a medical grade microsilver. And David, I want to talk a little bit about this because I feel like we have so many powerful ingredients that are really proven by science. As we know, the health industry and the supplement industry is so vast. And, the fact that we've been able to create all these phenomenal ingredients and formulations that are unique, that are basically safe, that are non-toxic, and that actually work. It's not just a money grab. As you know, a lot of companies do a lot of marketing just for money. And for us, it's all about your safety, efficiency, and the duplication element of it. Talk to me about this incredible product. This is one of my absolutely favorite products that I always have in my purse. I have in my car. I shake it, I spray it, I use it, and it's a game changer.
Yeah, I think this is a very important product, and from the get-go when we developed it, I thought it was really important. As starting out with as way back when during COVID, uh, we're all wearing face masks, but there's a lot of concern as to how effective it was, and we're talking about N95 masks and all that. And a lot of us we're not wearing N95s; we're just wearing ordinary masks. But what this did was take a very passive filter and made it active. And so it was it was constantly cleansing the air that we breathe. It was cleansing the air that we were expelling at the same time. So it was a very effective method to reduce viral activity. And for those people who were using it, they did benefit from that. Although, you know, and, and it's sort of interesting because when they started studying this in earnest and they started looking at the power of this actual spray, and they sprayed it on some transit vehicles, they found out it was very long lasting and very efficacious in reducing viral activity on there. So I think that, it's important. Now, as we've moved forward, sort of funny, it's one of these products that maybe some people have forgotten, but they shouldn't, because when we're traveling, this is an ideal companion piece because, again, on airplanes, it's an incredibly important product, as it will cleanse the tray tables. It will cleanse the windows of the plane, because these are areas of high bacterial activity. And we don't think about that. We think it's always clean, but it is not. And so we can reduce the chances of viral and bacterial activity impacting our health by just using this spray. The one other area that I keep thinking of is in areas like the hospital. And one of the areas of high infection cross-contamination, believe it or not, is the hospital drape. We
Hospital.
don't think about it. And so if you are visiting anyone in a hospital on a regular basis, I would take this and give the drape a quick spray, especially the grab points, because that's where the doctors and nurses and visitors are all, they're pulling that drape. And it has been well recognized that that drape at that section is virulent. Is contaminated with bacteria. They clean the drapes, I think, if they do that, I think 4 times a year. And so they know it's an area of cross-contamination, but they haven't been able to solve it. This would reduce that activity on there and would really
Well,
help keep your loved one that much safer.
isn't it crazy that we have all these different fabrics and surfaces that we may be exposed to without even realizing? And so you have this very, very powerful tool at your side that you could use that can really protect you. Remember, there's a lot of public places that we're going to. Number one, how many of you go grocery shopping? Well, wherever you go grocery shopping, you're going to touch that shopping cart, you're going to touch the bags, you're going to touch counters, you're going to touch surfaces. And so what's really, really amazing about this product is that you could shake it, spray it, and forget it even on your hands. And so for me, whenever I do go shopping, not only do I spray the cart down, but when I actually come into the car and I put my shopping bags in the car, I actually spray my entire shopping grocery bag and all of the groceries that are there, because they rub against things, they were inside the cart, they may have been come in contact with some sort of contaminants. So it's really, really important to make sure that you make this as a part of your habit. Also, when I go to public places and I'm touching surfaces, I always use it. A lot of people use sanitizers and they use a lot of alcohol-based products, which we know that during the pandemic, we realized that a lot of those alcohol-based products, what do? They were causing eczema, David. They were causing, alcohol poisoning in some kids. So there's just so much different things that we realized during the pandemic using alcohol-based products, how bad they were for our skin, our immune system. A lot of people were doing breakouts and rashes. This is that safe alternative for your public places, whether you're getting into people's cars, handles, anything that you're touching as a surface, anything that's a public domain that you want to basically get to. It's so important to make sure that you are protecting yourself and your loved ones. Another one that I also use, David, after speaking to you about a lot of our cell phones, is I wipe my cell phone down with the microsilver spray as well, because it clings onto the microsilver. A lot of people create a lot of acne and bumps on their faces from just basically bacteria on the surface of their phones, and then of course they put it up to their face. So remember that you want to constantly be in a place where you are taking precautions as opposed to having to take that action afterwards of becoming sick. You could be building up your immune system, of course, by using the duo of our microsilver. You could be using, of course, our fountain of life and divine. And by using these combination of products, you could be really giving the gift of health to your family, your loved ones. And I find that a lot of people go into a much more panic state when there is ailment and there is disease. Why wait for it to happen when you could definitely prevent it? So I think it's really, really important that all of us recognize that and understand that what we're trying to teach you at Opulence is that you don't need to wait till somebody is sick. You don't need to wait till somebody is not well. You don't need to wait till you get the sniffles to start using the product. I think consistency is really, really the key, because what you can do is you can really protect and preserve your family from a lot of the oxidative stress that we are constantly being bombarded with. And of course, David, we've always used to talk about this, the lignin balance that's in the fountain of life. Fountain of life works as an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antibacterial. And I think with all the bacteria that's up in the air, talk to me a little bit about this and the benefits of fountain of life on its own.
Well, Fountain of Life has become a very important product. I think that it's sort of found its way into the marketplace through Opulence. When I met the doctor who discovered this, he had no idea how to get it to the market. He's completely frustrated. He had this amazing product. He said that does all this wonderful stuff, had all these wonderful properties. It neutralizes, mops up free radicals. It helps the skin. He started proving that. They used it in sunscreens to reduce, oxidative stress on the skin, to protect the skin from the free radical activity created by the sun. And as a result, Fountain of Life started taking hold, but it wasn't until we introduced this as an actual supplement to supplement, because the average person in the world takes in less than 1 milligram of lignans per day. And the recommended level is 50 to 100 times that amount. And that's significant. And why is that significant? Because this product, lignans, they they are metabolized into enterolactone into the body. Some go to enterodiol first, into enterolactone, but enterolactone is the end game that we're trying to achieve. And enterolactone has many incredible properties: anti-cancer, anti-metastatic. It reduces, LDLs, plaque in our body and our cardiovascular system. There's been so many, lower fatty liver deposits, uh, things like, and lowers the, insulin resistance in our body. So for diabetics type 2 have benefited from this product. And there's so many things that this lignin can do to help us in the base. And when I talk about the base, we're talking about the fact that it reduces free radical activity in our body that causes oxidative stress, that causes so many potential health issues. And this has been proven over and over again, not, scientifically. There's been a lot of study on that, but at the same time, we're anecdotally, it has been supported. So as we've gone through the past uh, how many years now? 6, 7 years. Uh, the reports have been all positive. We've had so many people benefit from this. We've seen changes, market changes in people's lives, the reduction of the activity of diabetes type 2. We've seen people with cardiovascular disease come back and tell us that they've seen changes. We've seen people that have miraculous recoveries. And we're not trying to promote this as this miracle product, but we're trying to show that there is an alternative that we can help reduce the impact of reactive oxygen species in our body, and Fountain of Life can do that topically and internally. It can do it both ways, and it's an incredibly effective product. And this is, I know there's people that doubt that, but they should try it first. There's too many scientists now that are coming forward saying, you know what, the 7-HMR lignin is very important in our diets, and that we're lacking that. It used to be prevalent in our grains, in our wheat varieties, and it's no longer available because we're trying to feed more people, and it's just not there anymore. They've engineered it out. Fountain of Life can replace that. It can replace it very effectively and very easily. And so we have an alternative that is effective to bring up the enterolactone levels in our body. And if anything else, if nothing else makes sense to you, just remember that enterolactone is an important element to our good health, and we can do that.
David, I want to talk to you about something that one of my girlfriends was asking me, and I think you'd be the perfect person to answer. So, as you know, I have a personal trainer and I've been working out with her for like 3 years. And, she always recommends in the morning to take a pinch of salt. And, also, when we get sick, there's ginger, honey, lemon, turmeric, the old school remedies that we create at home. I mean, my mom creates the ginger shots with turmeric and aloe vera and goji berry and all these different, supplements have been around. And I think I want to talk a little bit about this in our call tonight because, there is a lot of people in our business that do come from different supplement companies. They do come from different companies that have different products that are lower price. Some of them are higher price. Everybody has a different product and everybody is, competing for their market share. But I think what's really been important that you and I have talked about over and over the years is we don't just create products, we're creating life-changing solutions for people, because this is not about the profitability of it, but it's about the effectiveness of it. It's about being able to really help people, like you said, that have, kidney failures, or they have diabetes, or they have cancer, or they have all these different ailments that you and I hear about that, sometimes it's not even publicly shared, their stories. But how have you seen the Opulence products? Doesn't have to be one or specific one, but I'm saying overall in your experience, because you've been in this industry now for 3 decades. You've seen ingredients, you've seen formulations, you've seen products, you've seen marketing. How have you seen the Opulence products since you launched with us in 2017 to today being those life-changing stories that we hear about each and every single day?
Well, to be honest with you, for a lot of my career, especially when started out in the surgical field, uh, I didn't have many good stories, to be honest with you. Uh, I worked in oncology for a long time, and it was very commonplace for my follow-up discussions with the surgeons. Things like the operation went great, but the person passed away. Uh, we didn't save a lot of people way back when I started, and it was really hard to hear that day in and day out, because we were trying to help people, and you're looking for a solution. And I remember seeing that and it was frustrating, not just for myself. When I talked to the surgeons, when we were doing follow-ups, and you could see the stress in their voices as they really wanted to do something more. And as we've gone through, and I worked in areas of like urology and ENT medicine, we're always looking for ways of creating something that's going to really help people. And then I started before I joined Opulence, as you know, and I've talked to other people, I started doing some research in the area of lasers and its impact on the body, and how certain wavelengths will help reduce some of the issues that we're seeing in terms of cardiovascular disease. And then I started investigating that, and I thought, this is wonderful, but it's going to take me 25 years before Health Canada says, yeah, no, you got a solution there. We might be able to look at it. And the reality is that that is true as a medical device. When I saw Fountain of Life, when I saw that extract, and I sat down with the doctors and we started doing some research, I realized that we can do something today, that we can impact lives today with the right vehicle. And what I mean by the right vehicle, with the right company, with the right vision, we can take it to the market and we can start changing lives today. And we don't have to wait 25 years. And I thought that at the beginning. That's when I started discussing that with you and Ramin, the possibilities of this. And there was a reason I thought that, because I saw the back end. I saw, when I was walking out of the CT suite one day, and after doing RFA, radio frequency ablation of some inoperable tumors, and I came out and I saw 65 people waiting for that CT scan because they had cancer. 65 people were waiting for me to finish my case so they could, and I thought, it was horrible. It was just horrible. To me, it was a nightmare to see all these poor people waiting for their chance. And I thought, is there a chance that we could do something better for them? And you know what? I think Fountain of Life opened that door. It gave me that opportunity to pay back, to help people. And with the people the many members that we do have, I think that they're able to help people, and they realize that they had some power to help the average person out there with some serious illnesses. And then we started moving forward with other products. We started, our microsilver products, and it's so important. And as innocuous as something like a toothpaste is, when we started hearing from, our dental experts saying that, oh, guess what? The mouth is one of those areas that allows bacterial infections that causes dementia and cardiovascular disease. And bravo, if we can reduce the bacterial and viral activity in our bodies. And we had some solutions without really realizing we had solutions. And that bolstered my confidence in what the direction we were going. But I started seeing changes and our ability to impact lives. And I think that for me, it was very important that we could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm pleased to sit here and tell people that, because it is important, because we don't have to sit back helplessly. Okay, some things are not perfect. I had someone who I don't think they had hair since they were 5. They asked if they could grow new hair to hair, and I had to explain to them, probably not, but I explained to them the power of Fountain of Life and what it can do in terms of prostate health, benign prostatic hyperplasia. I was in that field for 10 years of my life, and I taught around the world on how to use lasers, but I thought, this is so much more elegant. It is a lot more elegant to take something like this instead of finasteride or anything else like that. We have something that people can take easily, and they can regain some of their youth
Yeah. And I think
very innocuously. And I was happy
what's
that.
also really simple about it, David, it's one product. It's one product that could be used orally, it could be used topically. A lot of people, when they see me, they're like, Sanaz, you are getting younger and younger every time I see you. And I always tell them, honest to God, for me, it's just using our products, being consistent with the product. I swear by our skincare, which is another topic we're going to cover on another call. But I really think like the Fountain of Life was my game-changing product. The Fountain of Life helped me with a lot of weight loss, and it has continued to balance up my hormones. And for me to be able to do intermittent fasting and working out and more water, but Fountain of Life was that game changer for me. And if any of you have not seen my before and after pictures, um yeah, last week, the first week of January, I actually hit a milestone from my highest weight till the 1st of January. This is actually even post-wedding weight. David, I was down 103 pounds from my highest weight that when I started FOL
Wow.
to today. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I actually have it on a scale monitor, and I had to re-look at it again, and I was like, pardon? Like, I've literally like got rid of a whole person outside my body. And you know what? I feel fantastic. I feel better than I've ever felt. I literally feel 20 years younger. I'm aging gracefully. So as I say it, but I'm putting that effort towards it. Fountain of Life has been my life-changing product. Fountain of Life. And you know what? Let me tell you, I have tried everything. And as you all know, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of products that claim to do a lot of different things. But I swear to you, consistency with the same product, with using a right regimen, exercise, healthy, lots of water, staying hydrated, intermittent fasting, is really, really helped. And I've been doing nothing but using our products, whether it's our shampoo conditioner, it's revitalized my hair, our supplementation. I live on Divine. I do not go a day without Divine. I have Divine on my desk. I have Divine at home. The toothpaste has completely and utterly changed my oral health. Our products are life-changing product. If you're a customer or if you're a brand new partner, use all of our products, whether it's our jewelry, whether it's our toothpaste, whether it's our shampoo conditioner, whether it's our Sterling. Our marketing team today, David, they were doing a video, and then we went to break for lunch. And so I washed my hands with them. After I washed my hands, I, of course, took out my Sterling and I was moisturizing. They're like, oh, what is that? And I'm like, oh, this is one of our products. And then I said, do you want to try it? And they're like, no, we don't really like creams. It's very sticky. I said, perfect time for you to try our Sterling product. I promise you it won't be sticky. Oh, that's impossible. Everything is sticky. So I said, well, try it. Then they tried it. They were like, oh my God, this is incredible. So then I start sharing with them how we created it. I also shared about the Sterling, and I know, it's really, really one of your favorite products as well from a hydration standpoint, how it's got the shea butter, how it's got the olive oil, how it's got the microsilver, how it's got the FOL in it, how it's got, that antibacterial property in it. So honest to God, ladies and gentlemen, you just all need to embrace your products. You need to be on the Safe Home Revolution regimen, as I call it. Use all of your products, because all of your products combined is going to give you better skin, better hair, better immune system. And remember, beauty starts from within. You need to take care of your insides for the outside to glow. My skin has never looked better. My hair has never looked better. My immune system has never been as strong as it is as I have now. I've shared on many, many calls with all of you that I was one of those people that was constantly prone to bronchitis. I used to be a smoker. So yes, I used to be a smoker many years ago. And so I was very prone to a lot of bronchitis and getting chest infections because all the years of smoking had made my lungs, pretty weak. I don't get pneumonia, bronchitis. I don't get colds anymore. I mean, sometimes, you get the sniffles and stuff like that. And that's where you have your Divine and FOL. But what I can tell you is that I have not taken antibiotics for a chest infection or a lung infection ever since I've been on FOL since 2017, David. And that is something to be extremely proud of. So I am living proof of what the product is. So when people say, oh my God, you look good, you look younger, you basically look so much different than what you used to, I always say I'm a living proof of what the products can do. And I think you've seen a transformation in me as well.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not really observant about things like that. I always thought you look good, so I
I've
always
only
told you
shrunk
that.
about 100 pounds, but you
I
can't
know,
notice
but
that. Like, come on, David.
from the first day I met you, I said I think you look great. Remember I told you that? I
Yes,
never
yes,
said that
yes.
you look heavy. I never said anything. I said, Shanaz, you look fine. You look wonderful. I never said anything more than that, less than that, but I've always kept it consistent because that's what I believe. I'm not gonna, I don't believe in trying to butter up someone or whatever, but
Yes, we
I'm
know
not
you're
good at
very,
it.
very straightforward, David.
I'm not very, you know why? Because I'm not very good at it.
I'm going to tell
How,
you all a little secret though. When I started to take Fountain of Life, I found that it really balanced out a lot of my hormones and really made a difference. I find that when I got on Divine, Divine did something else to my body. I started to shrink with using Divine. So for those of you that are looking for weight loss or your customers, honest to God, I think it's about consistency. And I think you need to be at least on 50 to 30 to 50 drops of FOL for that sort of base to go through. Thomas, who is the formulator of the Fountain of Life, taught us that it's really vital and important that for weight loss purposes, when you are taking food, take your FOL and take your Divine at the same time because it creates enterolactone, right, David?
yes.
And can you
The
tell
other
us what
thing
that
is
means?
when you're taking the one thing I can't stress enough with Divine to take it with food because you want to ensure that it's absorbed properly into their body.
Yeah.
And the way that it works is that it combines with food and it's absorbed. So you want its maximum efficiency doing that. But Divine contains some building blocks. The other thing it does contain is our what's it called, French maritime pine bark extract, which is interesting because it creates this thing called what's it called epithelial nitric oxide synthase. It's an enzyme that actually relaxes our blood vessels and allows it to increase our circulation in our body, which is really good.
Yeah.
So that's why it works so well. So, blood circulation is a real key element to Divine, along with our immune system. So I think
And
that
I think gut health. I think gut health is another one that I've experienced with Divine, where the gut health with the combination of the two, the gut health is massively improved.
it's endothelial. Sorry, endothelial
Yeah.
nitric oxide synthase. Sorry, it's a long name. But yes, it's important. Gut health is important, and gut health is really important for our mental well-being as well.
Yeah.
Any medical practitioner will tell you that. And so, and they've taught me over the years how important it is. So please,
Another very quick thing. I do have a couple quick announcements I want to share, but another very quick thing that I do want to share is a post workout. This is really, really powerful. I find that between the two of them, it really, really does reduce down inflammation. And so it's really, really helpful, especially for myself that is doing a lot of heavy lifting and weights. I'm doing a lot of weight training. I'm building up a lot of muscles in my body. And of course, when you are doing heavy lifting, it definitely does create stress in the body. So it's really, really important to make sure that you're combining these two. But like David said, make sure Divine is taken with food. That is really, really important. By the way, I want to let you all know that we are working on a product university booklet right now. And it's basically an in-depth exploration of all of our products and its line and its legacy and everything that it does out. It tells you, not only about the product line and the heritage, but how to sell and promote your products, It's like a printed guide in every single welcome kit that we're going to be introducing. Basically, everything that we share on these Monday calls, we're kind of putting it into a book for you. We're also teaching you how to be able to conduct home events and trade shows and one-on-ones. This will be a very, very important tool for each and every single one of you that I'm going to be launching with my team this year. So stay tuned for this amazing update that's going to come. It's going to give you a really huge amount of wealth and knowledge. The other thing as well is that you asked and we listen, of course, with all the viruses that are going on. Many of you have been asking if you could be using your shopping credit ultra in order for you to be able to buy your divine. Well, you asked and we are delivering. Now you could use your shopping credits, of course, and redeem them starting from last week, January 11th, where you could actually use your shopping credits and be able to buy your divine using shopping credits. This is for a limited time offer. We are just going to run it as a test run to just kind of get your feedback on it to see what you do with it. So go on your website and shop now. If you don't know where divine is, you can scan this QR code. It will take you back to your back office. If you are a customer that's on this call, feel free to scan this QR code and you will be able to shop from the person that introduced you for our product line as well. And last chance to redeem your Opulence points. The deadline was December 31st. Many of you have asked, and we are keeping it till the end of February, or you just need to renew your account and keep your Opulence points active, as we are going to be doing a new rollover program for our VIP customers. You are welcome. These are things that we are constantly doing. And last but not least, receive your 25% on any gift card purchase of over $100. Remember, it is going to end at the end of this month, January 31st. We've already extended it once. This is now going to end on January 31st. We're going to be subsidizing that 25%. So make sure you take advantage of it because it is definitely a game changer. And last but not least, we have right now our flip chart. I hope you are all using the new PowerPoint that I put out, which is our recorded tour. I've been getting some great feedback from all of you, but if you want to master your business and make a lot of money, you want to make sure you know how to present. So we've been able to create a 72-page comprehensive step-by-step guide to point onto every slide, what to say, how to do it. This is normally on sale for $40. It is at an introductory price of $25 because we want to make all of you masters at what you do. You can also download this virtually if you want in your back office to be able to help you to build your business. And last but not least, the Forensic Networker Conference coming up. I am so excited. This is so long overdue. This is an amazing training program that teaches you how to be an amazing entrepreneur, how to make money. If you've ever wanted to create success in this industry, in any business, the Forensic Networker Conference is an intensive 2-day training. Tickets are only $120. We used to sell these tickets for $500-$600. They are on sale. Early bird $120. It's supposed to be till February the 7th. So again, you want to make sure you get your early birds. Scan that QR code right now. Go reserve your spot. Don't even think about it. It's going to be held at the Hilton Toronto Markham and Suites. There's going to be lots of exciting news that is going to be coming that day. There's going to be releases in your welcome packages. We got lots of goodies that we're going to be giving. Of course, lifestyle director for and qualified QT forensic trainer Renee Liao will be on stage as well as myself working side by side with our forensic networker, our founder and CEO, Mr. Ramin Mesgarlou, who will absolutely inspire you, train you, motivate you. What a fantastic way to start 2025 with this amazing business advanced training. I will also be doing some new tool launches at this event. Yes, you heard me correctly. I will be doing some new tool launches at this event, and whoever that's there is going to get first dibs on this. And of course, We are going to be setting up some new programs with our amazing Forensic Networker program that's going to qualify you for the next level of business. So I am so excited for what is to come. 2025 is going to be the start of momentum. The last 2 decades has been a lot of development, product innovation, creation, and yes, now it's about making money. So if you're here to make money, if you're here to make a change in your life, this is the season, this is the event. And of course, remember, if you are on your 450 smart buy, yes, you heard, you're on your 450 smart buy, you can get 20% discount on your tickets. If you're a QT, it's 50% off. And sorry, it's 30% off at 450 smart buy. It's 50% off as a QT, and it's 20% off if you're on $250 as a smart buy. The landing page is going live tomorrow, but you want to make sure you get your early bird tickets, because the early bird tickets, I have some treats and surprises for those that do take advantage of these tickets. Everybody should be there without a doubt. No excuses. I don't care where you are, Canada, USA, Singapore, Thailand, Caribbean, fly in for this event. This is going to be that life-changing event. This is going to be that event that is going to explode your business. This is going to be the next event that is going to teach you what you need to do to go to the next level. This is going to be that event that's going to shake and move your brain and be like, that's what I need to do. So $120 for 2 days. That is absolutely insane for a price of a training ticket. It's going to be life-changing. We look forward to seeing you. Go ahead and buy your ticket. I want to take this time to also thank David O for being on the call with me. I look so forward to being there with you and building this as well. And of course, we're going to pass it over to our super host, Larry, to be able to close our call.
Hello, Sanaz. Thank you very much. And I have already registered for February 22nd, 23rd. I'm looking forward to it. And as just reiterating you, everybody should be there. It's going to be an epic 2 days. It'll change our lives. It'll increase our business. We'll hit momentum, and we'll have absolutely anything we want. We'll grow with this company to the billion. Absolutely, 100%. With that, I do have some announcements that I would like to go over. I know Sanaz did mention them. Let's just go over them one more time. Just bear with me. I'll share my screen. Oh, just before that, there was a question in the Q&A. Can you see that, Sanaz and David?
Yep, I can read it over to David. Just ran into a friend who is really overweight and who fell down on snow and got frostbite on her leg due to staying too long in the snow waiting for help. Oh no, poor thing. I offered her FOL and Divine. But so the question is, if you could talk about the benefits of Divine together with FOL for weight loss. Well, I think I did that. Recommended amount as a general guideline. David, I think I talked about this a little bit, but
Well, you
did.
You did talk about this, so I don't want to be redundant and say the same thing over and over again, but I think that, what we want to do is when we take Fountain of Life, when we take a product like Fountain of Life, we're going to reduce some of the issues that we're going to see internally. When we talk about things like oxidative stress can certainly impact our weight. It impacts our cardiovascular system, and Divine also impacts our cardiovascular system. And people have reported that it has shown to both products have shown to reduce weight. The Seattle in 2018 showed that that the lignin in Fountain of Life reduced visceral fat, and so the end result is that the subjects reduced weight by using it. It took about 60 days. So this is not a miracle weight loss product. This is because it's a weight loss is a byproduct of using these products. And so they'll have to use it. But I'd be remiss in saying that this is a weight loss product. It's not our intention, nor, but there has been some benefit in using it.
And thank you, and see you next time, everyone. Many blessings. And the Opulence Nation, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Have a nice rest of the day, evening, or afternoon. And I'll see you at the top.
Building the billion. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Great job hosting.
Thank you.